I've often said on the show that celebrities, micro celebrities, presenters, all that sort of stuff, they don't really care about you or I. You know, if you look at the sort of instances of these presenters who are on £1 million plus a year, like the Good Morning Britain presenter Susanna Reid, also executive editor, you would have thought she may have treaded more carefully, particularly when her channel, the very woke orientated ITV, well, is so big on this. And also when they're trying to woo His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, for his Earthshot Prize, all about saving the planet. And then they go and do this. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time. And of course, yes, can we just point out that Prince William, all the way in Africa, travelled on a commercial flight. Unlike his younger brother, Prince Harry, didn't demand all the security, just a certain area of the plane sectioned off with a curtain. Talked to many people on the flight, very nice, very amiable. Lot to be learned there, Harry. Don't necessarily need to keep borrowing, of course, Sir Elton John's private plane just because your family needs security. It's a little bit like this particular story which I wanted to highlight to you. You know, it does kind of make me smile in many respects because it just shows how stupid these presenters are. You know, the ones that keep battling on about save the planet, zero energy, net this, all that, and then they're flying around the world to tell you how to save that net energy. You know, we've currently got some, I don't know what his role is, but Ed Miliband, the man who couldn't wrestle a bacon sandwich from his teeth. Do you remember him? Well, he's apparently going to be changing us all into greens. Really? Doubt it. But there you go. What's interesting here though is ITV, as I say, all about saving the planet, decided to do this. Weather presenter Laura Tobin decided to even put out a book about climate action, all that sort of stuff and nonsense. And then, literally days later, was pictured flying, well, to a nice sunny climes for a girly weekend, you know, the sort of thing. You see, one rule for them, one rule for you. Moving forward, Good Morning Britain have now decided to fly halfway around the world for the election of, you know, America. Susanna Reid, alongside the very lame former British politician Ed Balls, to front the programme over there. Why? Don't know. Is there any big guests they've got? No, not really. But apparently they need to be in the thick of the action. Thick of the action, of course, is a studio in downtown New York, Washington, wherever. It's not in the thick of the action. They know they have no aligned interviews with any of these people. You understand how it works. But you see, it's about egos, and their egos need to be massaged at any cost. And this is going to cost ITV a lot of money in, of course, taking them out there with ad revenue at an all-time low. But let's not forget the sort of climate things attached to that. What's interesting is what happened to Elsie. Do you remember Elsie, of course, who had to ride the buses because she couldn't afford to heat her home? And Susanna Reid was so, well, literally furious with the then British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson. She went on various programmes to show her disgust. Never mentions Elsie now. Are they swapping Christmas cards? Are they still in touch? Has she been round with food parcels? Well, probably not, because she's too busy, of course, being a superstar, flying halfway around the world and burning how many emissions? Simply to report on something that could have been done from the warmth of the now defunct BBC television centre. Always good to set the climate action people correct, right? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.